Oh no, Tower of Babel. I don't like where this is going. It's a bad omen.
Welcome back to Azure Striker Gunvolt. We're actually back in the right order of things now. So, huzzah! We only had to redo like one part. You can still talk to Joule even though she's been captured.
Doesn't make any sense.
So you can still. What?
That you still you can still talk to Joel. It's like a drawing of Joel in the chair.
Basically, you can still get the benefits of talking to Joule, even though she's technically not here right now. So basically what happened is, Asimov disappeared, but in order to go after Joule, you have to go on this orbital elevator, which I am assuming is a not-so-subtle nod to Megaman X8. I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Nah, they always put in these elevator sequences.
Yeah.
It's a platform. It's a platformer
maybe
trope at this point.
That's true, but that's usually only for beat-em-ups, not for side-scrollers.
I don't know. They've already inserted some beat-em-up sections in this game as it is.
That's true. Also, Asimov's already been ahead of us since, like, the last... Asimov's apparently ninja'd his way into the elevator while we were in the last stage. Because he's just that much more badass than us, apparently.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Okay?
I'm good.
Don't choke on your popcorn now.
Nevis. Oh, they're breaking up.
Yeah, this is done. Wait, are you talking to me or them?
No, them.
Oh yeah, that's on purpose.
Yeah, because they'd say we're going out of commission.
Yeah.
And there they go.
There's also Zeno teasing Monica again of how she's in love with, but how she's apparently in love with Asimov and she's not having any of that crap.
and meanwhile, Gunvolt's like, "Thank God I'm by myself finally."
Oh. Good, now I can go save my girlfriend. I mean, what? And actually, that is what he's doing.
It's like, finally, peace.
Oh yay, more of my Switch friends doing stuff while I'm recording. Also, this stage is the glorified boss rush. This is basically the last 4 enemies that we haven't refought yet, all in a row.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
And the only reason I don't speed it up is because there's actual dialogue during this, and most of these boss fights go by in like a minute. They're not that hard. It's a Mega Man style game. You knew this was coming.
Doesn't make it any less.
I understand. Not a lot of people don't care for boss rushes, but it's just kind of a.
I wouldn't be so against it if it weren't for the fact that these boss fights take forever.
Not entirely, because I mean, Lux Calibur right there basically one-shots bosses if you have the only problem is you have to rebuild it again. The super attacks do a lot more damage than you'd think, so
Still.
they go by pretty quick.
Still.
I understand. I was nervous. Like, when I first did this too on the 3DS version, I hated it because if you die, you have to restart. If you restart the stage, but you don't restart at the last boss you fought, you restart at the very first boss, and you got to do this all in one go.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad this game has infinite lives, but that can also make this stage really fucking suck.
As if it doesn't already.
I mean, this stage is already bad enough as it is, but the fact that you have to beat all there's 4 bosses in a row, and you have to beat all 4 of them in one go. Which is which again is the one thing about this. This is probably my least favorite stage in the game because of that specific condition. It's not hard, it's just annoying.
It's boring.
It's a little less boring than most Mega Man games because at least there's new dialogue from the bosses that you can pay attention to. And with the way boss fights go in this game, they go by a lot faster than most Mega Man games.
The plot is schlock as it is, so why bother?
The game, it's shonen plot. You're not supposed to take it too seriously anyway.
Yeah, but I feel like half the time they don't even try. Like, it'd be nice if it was in a joking perspective, but if you're gonna take it seriously, at least try to make sense.
I mean, do you like Devil May Cry? Because that's kind of like half taking itself seriously and playing straight.
No, it's not. It's not taking itself seriously.
Well, that's why. No, it's like half of it. Half is.
Not really.
It like half takes itself seriously, and then most of the time it's
when it takes
humor.
itself seriously, it's because Dante is not in the scene.
But that's my point. Also, see, the thing is, like, if you're playing the boss fights well, each boss goes down in like 20 seconds, even if you're not using super attacks.
And he's dead. I blame you!
And there is actual story reason as to why these bosses are back. Because Merrick explains,
sure.
yeah, I kind of just... Because in the previous part, Merrick's just like, yeah, Nova just revived us off screen. This is the worst boss. This is the worst refight. This fucker is back. And the only reason I say that is because, as I mentioned when we fought him the first time, he's one of my least favorite boss fights, only because his attacks are really annoying to avoid half the time. And now he just wants to beat me up again.
Man, I already missed the cameo. The thing is, I feel like the hammy dialogue in the 3DS version actually made this game more memorable.
Maybe. I can understand it. Like I said, maybe it's because I've already played this game before this version came out, so I knew what I was getting myself into.
Yeah. The gameplay is fine. It's just, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, if we're talking Mega Man games in general, I don't typically play classic Mega Man for the plot. Because most of the plots in classic Mega Man are all the same. It's like, hey, Dr. Wily's mad at you and he wants to take over the world.
Yeah, that game. And it also doesn't take itself seriously that much.
Yeah, the only games that try to take themselves seriously are 7 and somewhat 11. Because 11 tries to have a coherent story.
And even then, the entire the entire tone is ruined because you have enemies like Bounce Man.
I mean, it still plays itself straight as like a Saturday morning cartoon, but it at least tries to say like we're trying to have a somewhat serious story of like Wily's not just a bad guy that needs to be stopped. There's a reason why he turned evil, kind of thing. It's a very generic reason why he turns evil, but it's at least a reason. And I assume that was the alarm you were telling me about?
Off screen, yeah.
That's okay. But again, Lumen can still revive you on occasion.
That doesn't make any sense.
This one it makes, yeah, this one it makes a little, this one I can agree doesn't make any sense, but apparently when you talk to her where she's supposed to be, you still feel close enough to her that her power can affect you. And you're going towards where she's kidnapped anyway, so it makes a little more sense.
No, it doesn't.
And thankfully that was the last, and thankfully that was right at the very end. So, and...
It doesn't make sense, because, you know, whatever.
Be glad she revived me when she did, because otherwise I would have had to refight all three of those boss fights again.
True.
No, instead I gotta refight this jerk again. Now I gotta refight this cat girl again. Except this one's actually different.
This one's different?
Oh, yeah, because now there's actually... there's gonna be 3 of them instead of 2 this time.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Somebody turn off that stereo!
No, Lumen's song is giving me the strength to kick your ass. I'm going all Super Saiyan on your ass.
Yeah, that's why I want it turned off.
Gunvolt is Super Saiyan Blue 10 years before Super Saiyan Blue was a thing. No, he's not.
I will
no.
I will punch you.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Like, I'm sorry.
So yeah, they're all back now.
That's it. Like,
Elise is back again.
I'm sorry for getting resurrected. Go to the left. I'm right here.
It's like, yeah, I only revived you like 4 other times the last time we fought. Yeah, I remember that. I'll kill you this time.
So they explained it.
Again, it would have made a little more sense if she was the reason why they got. I think she's the reason why they come back.
They already explained that.
Yeah, the third one, because you didn't know there was a third sister at the time.
Yeah, that's why I was saying. Yeah, we were brought back to life. Yeah, and I just killed you all again.
Yeah, and that one's just crazy.
And you're just Kid Boo.
And now she's even creepier. Now she wants to force him. Ugh.
No.
Okay, so the frustrating thing about this fight is you basically just have to survive because you can only target 2 of them, even if you have the ability to target 3 enemies at a time. Because the third one in the middle you can't actually attack.
Oh, it's just there.
Yeah, it's for plot reasons. You'll figure it out soon. I also shouldn't have any problem with this fight because I have super mode activated, but I just really dislike this boss fight because I'm not good at it. I know I mentioned that before, but it bears repeating. I almost had it too. If I
that was your own fault. That was your own fault.
Direction for one more second.
That was your own.
And that's precisely why I hate this boss
That was
fight.
your own fault. That was not the game's fault. That was your own.
Bad at. I agree. It's totally my fault. I'm just bad at timing how to avoid that attack specifically.
Just wait till the attack goes away.
It's more I keep forgetting which way I have. It's more I keep forgetting which way I have to look to avoid it in the first place. Like I turn too early and I miss, and I aim and I get turned to stone by it by accident. Also, yay, I get it again.
Hey, I'm captured, but you get to come back to life anyway.
Well, they're apparently linked in some fashion. That's why That's why she's able to do that in the first place. But yeah, this is the gimmick for this fight. Is you basically just have to fight them twice because that bitch in the middle will keep reviving them. Thankfully, thankfully, you don't have to fight them too many extra times. Also, when you have super mode activated, you can just cheese this entire fight by flying over. I should have remembered to do that the first time. I didn't think about that at first.
So again, your own fault.
It is my own fault. I completely forgot that I could actually use infinite jumps at that point.
Not again!
I'll get him. They don't have that much health left. There we go. That's how you're supposed to avoid it normally. Okay. Yeah, now the fight's over.
Sure about that?
Oh, it's over. Give it about 10 seconds. I think I was looking at the recording there for a second there. So
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, Koben's just like, nope, fuck that.
Mom says it's my turn to use the Xbox.
But Copen, this game's not on the Xbox 360. Shut the fuck up, Gunvolt. I can get it on PC. PC Master Race. Okay, that's fair.
I guess you have to refight him too, huh?
Yes, you do actually. He's the actual main boss for this level.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna have all of the boss powers. So have fun with that.
Greed Snatcher. I guess that's your excuse for having all those powers.
Yeah, the Greed Snatcher is the shield gun that he has equipped.
No, I'm saying that's his excuse for having all the boss powers.
Yes. Every time he kills an adept with that gun, their Septima gets absorbed into his Greed Snatcher, and that's how he's able to use their powers. That's why when we fought him the first time, he had all the abilities of the enemies we already beat the first time, because he basically just absorbed their powers off screen.
Off screen.
Because he can do that, I guess.
Off screen.
Because Copen's an asshole. He's trying to be the Proto-Man of this game, except Proto-Man's not a dick. He's just kind of a jerk.
Nah, every time he's on screen, just throwing Gilbert Gottfried's "What an asshole!"
I'll have to download that sound clip. I know exactly where I can find it too.
I think that might have been a roast. When I think about it.
Probably. He's one of the comedians that went on every one of those Comedy Central roast shows.
Mm-hmm. Don't lay a finger on Joel. Ew.
I mean, he's much more of a dick in this game. Like, he's still kind of a dick in the sequel, but they at least give a story reason as to why he's an asshole in the second game.
It's a very
with this one,
a very stupid one.
It is. I mean, it's not any less stupid in this one. It's a very cliche anime trope of like they're gonna explain it right now. But
hey, dumbass, put your helmet back on.
like, he hates adepts because his father worked for Sumeragi, and yeah, they'll just explain it. Because I don't think I kill him fast enough before this gets explained, so he'll explain it for us.
Like I said, hey dumbass, put your helmet back on.
Nah, he's fine. He can apparently take being electrocuted multiple times.
Hang on, I gotta do this real quick.
So this is his true new attack, where he just uses a shield, an after-image shield, and he dashes at you. It's actually supposed to be hard to dodge, but because I have Anthem, I can just float over all of his shit. So I'm cheesing this fight super hard.
So wait, it's normally undodgeable?
No, it's dodgeable. You're supposed to just jump over him, but because I have Anthem,
I see. I see. You have to break. You can break the target things.
Yeah, you can break the shield, and you can also jump over it, but since I have Anthem, it lets me float indefinitely in the air, so it kind of defeats the whole point.
Yeah, damn, you cheated.
Well, blame Joule. She's the one that revived me with her song.
Damn, not here.
But yeah, quick summary if you weren't paying attention to the dialogue. The reason that Copen hates adepts is because his father was an adept researcher for Sumeragi, and then when he found out about what their powers were being used for, he said, "Fuck this! I don't want to deal with it anymore." And Sumeragi had him killed. So he hates adepts because they used his father and then murdered him. So he thinks all adepts are murderers. He's a very one-track mind, that Copen.
So you're saying he's Shadow the Hedgehog?
Not quite, but close enough.
Damn.
I'd rather have Copen than Shadow, but well, it depends on which version of Shadow you're talking about.
Damn, not here.
Not Shadow the Hedgehog Shadow, more like SA2 Shadow.
I don't know, he's got a gun.
So what? Everyone has a gun in this game. Everyone either has a gun or a sword, but can't really judge things on that.
I'm just saying.
I know. Alright, so we got one more stage. We gotta go fight Nova, because he's gonna, take over the world with Joel's song and all that shit.
He's gonna bust out his Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
Fuck you, Merrick. We gotta kill the Pharaoh King before he gets revived a third time. Actually, how many? Yeah, because I think Yugi duels Merrick like 4 different times, if you're counting the manga. I don't know. But anyway, it's the final level for the next part.
Take my Pharaoh piece, will you?
Take my Millennium No, that's the whole thing. Nova's pissed off because someone stole his Millennium item. Now, so Joel is his Millennium item, and now that he has his Millennium puzzle back, he's all powerful and shit. Fuck.
Ooh, GV boy.
God damn it. No, Pegasus would have been that guy in the very beginning of the first level that was trying to beat you up with his electric whip.
GV boy.
Okay, see you guys for the next part.
GV boy.